Hi, I'm Dr. Pam Peeke, the author of The Hunger Fix, the 3-stage detox and recovery program for overeating and food addiction. We're going to be talking about groundbreaking, revolutionary new science that you need to know. Yes, food addiction is real, and we have a solution.
Hi, I'm Randy Zucker with genConnect, joined by Dr. Pamela Peeke, author of the new book, The Hunger Fix, the 3-stage detox and recovery plan for overeating and food addiction. With a food addiction, I can't live without food. I can live without alcohol. I can live without nicotine. I shouldn't be touching cocaine. So this is an addiction that you can't avoid. You can't avoid what you're addicted to. So the Hunger Fix offers solutions, substitutions on what you should eat, and also lifestyle changes.
Well, you bring up a really important point. That's
Right.
a big differentiator between the other typical sort of credentialed addictive substances
Right.
that you mentioned. And that is, I could live without Coke, and none of those things are necessary for survival. Food is. But here's the trick. Every person out there, and I dare you to be able to do this yourself, can identify your crack when it comes to food. There are certain things, there are certain food products, and many of them fall within a category we call the hyperpalatables. Super sugary, starchy, fatty, salty combos that basically hijack your reward system and leave you with a very interesting feeling, and that is being out of control. Suddenly you're on a bender. So for some people it's ho-hos. For other people it's certain kinds of candies or
Right.
back and forth. It could be ice cream, whatever. But whatever it is, you know what it is. And just it's unique to you. So guess what? Life's okay without, that particular thing. We'll find 500 other substitutions because I happen to pair up with the best group on the planet to be able to get that, reward system reclaimed right back again and to be able to make it work. And so, yes, you have to eat. But now what you have to do is be smart about which foods you need to eliminate your crack and which ones you're going to use to be able to live a wonderful life for the rest of your life, right? Because you can't, keep playing around with getting re-exposed time and time again.
Right.
It only takes 4 to 6 weeks on the overall for the detox of what you have to do. This is the plan. The plan is a 3-stage plan based upon hardcore science. So if it's an addiction, you treat it like an addiction. You have a detox period that we make so gentle and tasty and wonderful because of my fabulous partners, SPE, Sanitas per Escum, which means health through food. These people are wizards with food. And what they do is they take whole foods and they show you how to make them so tasty, your brain will say, who needs the hyperpalatables? Who needs the crack? When I have this fabulous way to be able to eat. You'll hear more about that later. But here's the deal. If you can get through detox with more physical activity, start to meditate, increase the ability of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, where executive function takes place, to be able to say yay and nay, yes and no, and really start getting more physically active, gently, just easing into it, guess what? You have mind, mouth, and muscle working for you. Then you can move into stage 2, which is beginner recovery, which means now you're going to practice. You'll slip and slide. You'll do whatever, human beings do when they're trying to learn something new. But during this time, you just keep staying vigilant. You don't get re-exposed to whatever it was in the first place that got you into this mess. And then what you do is over time you're starting to achieve your goals. You're getting healthier. You're dropping excess body fat that basically is your addictive fat. And you're also doing something else. This is an integrative, holistic program, which means that you want to examine all the people, places, and things in your life that enable this food addiction. Yeah, who you hanging out with?
Car.
Honey, listen, who you hanging out with? Who's with your tribe here? What kind of tribe are you in? At the same time, where do you live? How do you live? What do you do here to make all of this, either easier for yourself or harder for yourself? It's time to declutter. It's time to clean it up and really tell your true truth about how you're living. Once you've achieved specific goals during this stage, then you can move on to stage 3, which is master recovery. I love that word, master. It doesn't mean that there's a period at the end of the sentence. What it means is for the rest of your life, you're going to practice, practice, practice. And you're going to slip and fall every now and then too, but you get up fast and you learn. That's what a master of anything does. And then if you have need to recycle back into detox again because something happens in your life, fine. It's a quick one. Come right back through beginner recovery, and then you're back up to mastery. One of my patients had breast cancer, and she was already in master recovery. And through surgery and chemo and radiation and all the things that happen, she had to go right back through detox and back up to beginner because of all the change-ups she had to live through. Not her fault.
Right.
It's life.
But
there's hope.
This is a lifelong book too, and you might be surprised, even if you're not overweight, you actually could have an addiction to a certain piece of food. Definitely check out the book. Visit genConnect.com, where you could learn more about Dr. Pam Peeke and the Hunger Fix, and we'd also link you to buy it. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, this was wonderful. Thank you.